Hello and welcome back to the EDC Squirrel. Got a new knife for you guys today, and this one came in a pretty interesting shaped box, a pretty big box, and it's from Cobratec knives. Now I know I've gotten quite a few Cobratec knives in the last few weeks, and I'm beginning to sound like a Cobratec spokesperson. But these were all paid for my money. They have their own spokesperson on YouTube, I believe, uh, or Instagram or whatever. But she does an amazing job on her own. These were all purchased by me. In fact, this one was purchased on Whatnot from one of my favorite sellers there at Chasing Blades. His website is unwaveringendeavors.com. If you don't use Whatnot, you can go to their website and you can purchase the same knives there. But I saw this during one of his auctions, and I just had to get my hands on it. This one, again, from Cobratec Knives. Now, you get a card with a code to enter in or to start your lifetime warranty, and you have a build quality card, or basically a QC card with initials of the person that checked your knife before it went out for sale. And it's recommended that once you get your knife, which I've done, you register your knife to get that that lifetime warranty up and running. Now, in the box itself, this is velvet lined. We've got some non-edible candy, and we've got a Kydex, I believe, sheath. And that's interesting. We have a pocket clip that we can attach to the sheath. That's pretty cool. And then, of course, we have the knife itself. Let me go ahead. We'll put these aside for now. But this one, now being, let's see, how long is the blade on this? Okay, I don't know where I put my measuring tape, but anyway, this one has a blade length of 2.875 inches. I found the website. Handle length of just over 4 inches, with a cutting edge of 2.5 inches. Now, this is called their G10, and this is kind of going to give it away, folding push dagger. And that's the reason why I wanted to get it. Now, it's not a folding knife per se. It is a fixed blade of sorts, but when you want, it looks like a locking blade, but when you push down on the lock, it folds down halfway, and then it allows you to use it as a push dagger. And actually, surprisingly comfortable push dagger. I can feel a little bit of edge around, I'll call that the tang. Probably could do with a little bit more smoothing out over on this side, but otherwise, surprisingly comfortable. Now, this particular knife is only sharpened on one side. You got quite a big swedge. I'd almost dare say the spear point blade, it's like more like a false edge. I have heard of people sharpening the other side. I will not. I like to keep mine the way they are when I purchase them. But I thought this was a super interesting blade, basically because the fact that you can change the grip style into a push dagger. Now, it is D2 steel, G10 handles, and it doesn't fold anywhere past that. So again, it's not a folder, but just sort of like a transformer of sorts. There's no sheath. There's no sheath when folded in the push dagger configuration, so it does need to be put in the sheath when it's in its fully extended mode, I guess you could say, and it locks in there pretty good. Does take a little bit of force to pull it out of that sheath, but the nice thing about that is that doesn't feel like it's going to be falling out anytime soon. It's possible you might even be able to put a lanyard on this and carry it as a rather large neck knife even. But otherwise, pretty nice sheath, pretty solid hold on the knife, which I really like. And I especially like that they added a clip to it. That is something I did not expect. And you can just add this. Let's see here. We can just put it there. I would assume, could you carry this a different way? It doesn't appear, unfortunately. Yeah, it doesn't look like you'll be able to put this in any other way other than like a right-handed type carry, I believe. Or is this? Oh no, I'm sorry. This is more of like a cross carry, I think. Let's see here. So this would go. Okay, that's interesting. So if I were to carry this in my pocket, oh wait, no, am I holding this upside down? No, I'm not. That's right side up. That's a little confusing. So I can't quite reverse that. Huh. I'll have to think about this one. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how this is going, unless it's meant to be like a belt clip type thing, which is very possible. Not so much a pocket clip, but a belt clip. Okay. I guess pocket clip if you are left-handed. Belt clip if you're not. Huh. Okay. I can see that. Anyway, quite surprised it came with a clip. I guess if you want to change the way it's carried, I'm sure you can get other clips that would work perfectly fine for the Kydex sheath. I just find it neat that it's a part of it. Otherwise, pretty simple blade. Again, D2 steel coated, so that should, I would think, help a little bit in terms of helping prevent corrosion. We have your Cobratec logo on one side of the blade, D2 on the other, and I don't know what this is. I'm assuming that's a part number 0776. Now, since this is a fixed blade, you wouldn't think you'd need to check the lockup on it, but because it does transform, let's see, that lock, pretty solid, not feeling any movement on the blade, which is a very good sign, because I wouldn't want this accidentally unfolding or folding. Unfolding or folding? Either or. I wouldn't want it moving unless I wanted it to. Solid lockup. Let's try that in the folded configuration or the push Dagger configuration. Very solid lockup in this configuration as well. I'm not feeling any movement up or down, side to side at all. That feels pretty solid. And again, relatively comfortable in the hand. I've had other push knives before, and they've been really hit or miss in terms of how they felt in the hand. There hasn't been very many push knives that I've tried that didn't have some sort of hot spot either between the fingers or around behind the fingers where you're gripping where you're holding the grip. This one's actually probably one of the better ones, to be quite honest. Although it does have an edge only on one side of the blade, but it is a spear point, so that helps in terms of thrusting or, like I said, pushing. And again, a very thin false edge on the reverse side. Now let's see how that edge is. Let's find some magazine paper. Oh, that bit into the paper immediately and cuts really smooth. It sounds really good going across this magazine paper, and that's from edge to edge. I'm just trying to see how thin I can shave these. Yeah, I don't really feel or hear much tearing, but very smooth, sharp cuts. Okay, aside from that one there, that was more me. But really sharp out of the box. And again, D2 steel, so it should hold that edge for quite some time. So impressive little knife. This is something I could easily see myself carry. Again, because it's under 3 inches. Although, however, I will need to take a look a little bit more closely at the laws in regards to push knives, because there could be some, it's possible there could be some issues with that, but I will take a look into that. Again, if you haven't, please be aware of your local laws and regulations regarding to knives before choosing to carry one outside the home, just so you don't get in trouble. I'm not a lawyer. I'm just telling you, be sure you're aware of your laws, so that way you don't end up on the wrong side of it. But otherwise, really nicely textured grip and good feel in the open position. Now, obviously, it's not a very big knife. I don't get a full gorilla grip on this one. My pinky sort of ends up off the grip and sort of supporting it from the bottom. But otherwise, it doesn't feel too bad at all. Not too many sharp edges. No jimping on the back of the blade, but pretty comfortable. I can see easily getting some pretty precise cutting done even without having a finger choil or anything like that. This little cutout here provides a decent enough grip and hold that it feels really secure in the hand, even with a 3-finger grip. So I really like that. And again, it feels nice and grippy, not slick. So it doesn't feel like something that's going to slip out of my hand anytime soon, even if my hands were to be wet. So really nice job on the handle, really nice job on the sheath, and overall, just a neat little knife. I'm really impressed with it, and really love how they added that clip to it so you don't have to go hunting down for one. But anyway, again, this is Cobratec's G10 folding push dagger. Unfortunately, Unwavering Endeavors does show it currently out of stock. It's quite possible I got their last one. But they are showing the same price of $79.99. But anyway, either from Cobratec directly or unwaveringendeavors.com. If you want to check either of those websites. $79.99 on either or. And if you do go to unwavering.com, please let them know that I sent you. I'm pretty sure they get a kick out of that. Well, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And if you liked what you saw, please hit like and subscribe. And if you haven't yet, hit that notification bell so that way you get notified when the next video drops. Thank you again so much for all your support. I'm really having fun doing these little videos and sharing what I get and sharing bits of my collection with you guys. And if you have one of these, do let me know in the comments below what you think of it, or if you're looking into getting one. Anyways, thanks again for all your support, and hope to see you in the next video. Bye-bye.